All right, my friends, welcome back to the Flow to Zen podcast. Today, I have a very special episode for you guys, the first English speaking episode on the podcast. And it's going to be with Mr. Zen Takai, samurai. I came across Zen the first time in Mexico when I was living near Tulum, and I saw that there was a samurai in town who was teaching sword fighting and couple of other pretty cool things. And then we met, in fact, in Berlin, in Germany, where he was performing at a cultural event, and he was performing a fan dance and a sword performance and some meditation and a couple of other cool things. And I really wanted to speak to this man. And I was very lucky because I could grab him and at some point text him, and I finally got him on the show. And I'm super excited to present this episode to you guys. We will be talking about Zen, his family tradition of samurais and ninjas, and we will speak about the samurai way of dealing with life. We spoke about life and death and about the different elements and how a samurai walks through life and faces death. Okay, so there's a couple of pretty profound teachings and insights here, I guess. So, yeah, super excited again to bring this to you. Have a lot of fun. Let me know what you think of this episode in the comments. All right. Welcome, my friends, to this new episode of the Flow to Zen podcast. And I am very stoked and very honored to have a very special guest today with me for you guys, who even shares part of the name of this show, which is interestingly enough. Yeah, it's my great pleasure, my great honor to introduce to you Mr. Zen Takai from Japan, from an old Japanese lineage of samurai. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Zen-san.
Thank you very much for inviting. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's such a pleasure to have you here. I wanted to speak to the audience and explain, like, briefly how we met. Because I remember I was in Mexico a couple of times over the last few years, also in Tulum. And at one point, I saw this flyer that there was a samurai in town, and even people talked about it. Oh, there's a samurai in town who is teaching sword fighting classes at Tikal next to the beach, and I always wanted to check it out. However, by that time, I already lived outside of Tulum, very far away in the jungle, so I didn't make it in time. And I thought, okay, one day, I really want to go check it out and see if I can learn from this guy. Yeah, and so when I was in Berlin, I was invited by friends to this party at Monopol, and I saw in the list that there was going to be art and light installations and music, but also your name popped up, Zen Takai Samurai, and I was very, oh my God, he's here in Berlin, amazing. Okay, I need to go. So I came, I sat in the first row, and I shot videos of your performance. I was immediately amazed by your show of the fan and the sword performance and these beautiful presentations you gave. So I would love for you to maybe just introduce yourself a little bit. Tell the people who you are, what is it that you do?
Okay, so thank you very much. And the beautiful sharing, thank you for sharing a very beautiful story. Thank you. My name is Zen Takai. I was born 60th generation samurai family. And around 450 years ago, some of my ancestors became a ninja. That's why I'm teaching a very traditional style samurai technique and ninja technique in the both. Okay, and basically I'm teaching a very traditional style. Okay, sometimes in modern generation people have a big image and samurai or ninja always like a fighting and shouting and kill so many enemies. Okay, always like in the comics and movie like a fighting. Okay. But in fact, it's very different, right? Because one of the things is that, okay, ancient time, samurai people was a top of the society. They were leader of the society. That's why their most important thing is that, okay, how to avoid the fight, okay?
How to
fight
avoid.
is very, very final decision, right? how to avoid the fight. Okay, if we want to avoid the fight, okay, first you have to catch the feeling from the opponent very correctly. Okay, catch the feeling from the opponent, and sometimes make a try to good relationship. Sometimes make a long distance. Sometimes make a good to negotiate and avoid the fight. Right. If you want to catch a feeling from the opponent very correctly, first of all, okay, you have to control your mind. Keep silent mind. That's why you can get the correct information from the opponent. Please making an image. If you feel some angry feeling and against feeling, when you get the information, you misunderstand. Right? That's why samurai technique is that, okay, always keep silent mind and control your mind. Okay? Because control your mind. That's why you can control the opponent. Right? You have to know yourself. First of all, you have to know yourself. That's why you can understand the opponent very clearly. Okay? Yeah, this is a basic or traditional samurai ninja technique. Okay? How to avoid fight and keep silent mind. Okay? This is my technique.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, Zen-san. Yeah, thank you for introducing this. It's very interesting, and also for me personally, this is going to be amazing conversation because from my childhood on, I was a huge martial arts enthusiast, and obviously the entire samurai culture of ancient Japan has always fascinated me. I believe it has fascinated many people. I mean, many people nowadays, they talk about Zen, they talk about breathing, people talk about mindfulness these days because everyone in society is so stressed out. So nobody has time, and everyone, like everything grabs your attention on your Instagram, on the social media, everywhere. And it's very hard for people to find calm and inner peace. That's also what my work is. So I work a lot with breathing and meditation and trying to bring people into the state of inner peace. And when I saw your performance, the dance with the fans, but also the sword practice, I felt this was almost like a meditation, what you did. It was so precise, so calm, and so in the moment. I felt focused just by watching you. So maybe you can explain a little how the methods that you use, the techniques that you use, how does it contribute to calming your mind and finding this inner Zen or place of peace?
Yeah, it's from the ancient time, okay, samurai movement is that, okay, it is called a moving meditation. Moving meditation, okay? Yeah, sometimes it's that, okay, this is from the samurai eyesight, okay? Just meditation is that, okay? I love meditation. I respect meditation culture. Meditation culture controls your mind, okay? And concentrate inside the body, okay? But samurai technique is that, okay? It's based on the martial arts, right? That's why you have to connecting with the outside and an opponent, right?
Yes.
That's why it is called moving and meditation, like a yin and yang. Okay, focus inside the mind at the same time focus outside very correctly. Okay, yeah, this is a balance of the samurai, right? So that's why how can I say? And the samurai eyesight is that, okay, your movement and the body operation and your mind is that, okay, it's not separate, right? And the mind and the body movement is that, okay, it's a oneness. Okay, that's why from the samurai eyesight is that, okay, if we want to control your mind, you have to control a body operation. If you want to control a body operation, you have to control your mind, like a yin and yang. Okay, yeah, this is the feature of the samurai ninja technique. Don't focus just outside. Don't focus just inside. Control the both, like yin and yang.
This is so interesting. This is so interesting because when I started my path of looking inside, I was actually still working in the corporate world, so very stressful life, a lot of work, a lot of stress, and I started to look for meditation just to calm down my nervous system so I could sleep better. But also in the martial art practice, in the ancient Chinese martial arts, in the ancient Russian martial arts, I think all over the place, when people were going into confrontation, into high stress of conflict, of fight, of battle, something happens in the body, correct? So suddenly we feel emotions, we feel stress hormones, the body starts to tense up, we breathe in a certain way, we breathe in the chest, it becomes shallow, and suddenly the body is getting tense. And in the martial practice, I noticed, I can use the breath to relax, even under pressure, but it's hard. But what I find now is in meditation, we only usually what people think of meditation is you sit and you just try to make the mind still and that's it. But what you are saying is you need to take that meditation into movement, into action, even to be able to use it when dealing with an opponent or with another person, correct?
Yes, it's correct. So, yeah, that's why, how can I say, one of the basic training is, okay, breathing and movement perfectly put together. That's why our first training is, okay, and breathing at the same time swinging a sword. When you move ahead and swing a sword at the same time, inhale from the nose, cutting at the same time, exhale from the mouth. It's a very simple, okay?
Yeah.
Very simple, but movement and breathing perfectly put together, okay? You are not getting tired. It's like a flowing, energy is flowing, okay? Because from the ancient time, breathing equals, okay? It is called iki in Japanese.
Iki.
Right? So, iki meaning is that, okay? Equal is, okay? It's a life.
Life.
So, that's a breathing is equal life, okay? And also one more Japanese, okay? It is called ki. Ki is that, okay? Energy. Okay, it's like in Chinese, qi.
Yes.
So that's why if we want to control the qi, it's energy. You have to control the breathing. Okay,
Right.
and you automatically you can control your life. Okay, yeah. Sometimes, okay, and people is that, okay, very difficult to understand about the energy. What is the qi? What is the energy? Right? Because we cannot touch the energy. We cannot see the energy. Right?
Right.
But okay, breathing is that, okay, we can control the breathing. Okay, if we can control breathing, equal you can control the chi. It's energy. Okay, so that's the breathing is very important point, and at the same time, your outside movement is also perfectly put together. That's why you can control the sword with your energy. This is like a moving meditation training. Okay, yin and yang put together.
Right. Yes. This concept of the chi or the ki or the prana energy, I think a lot of people talk about it nowadays. It's almost it's en vogue to speak about energy. But I think for most people, it's hard to understand what it actually means, especially because it's not visible. But then again, we also cannot see the Wi-Fi signal that allows us to have this conversation. We cannot see the radio signal or the signals that we use to use our cell phones or electricity. We cannot see, but it's there. And I find it super interesting that the Japanese word for ki is for energy is ki, but breathing is iki. So basically, the word for energy is inside the word of breathing already. Wow, this is very profound, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Japanese culture is that, okay, it's one of the faces, okay, and how to describe about the emptiness. Okay, this is one of the concept. Okay, that's why sometimes Japanese calligraphy is that, okay, it's so many empty space. Okay, and the Japanese tea ceremony is just very very slowly movement. Japanese flower ceremony is also just like a very minimum. Okay,
Right.
Yeah, that's meaning is that, okay, we are focusing. Sometimes it's like, for example, about the flower ceremony, okay? And I love Western culture, okay, but I want to teach about just difference, okay? And the Western culture is that, okay, flower ceremony, full blooming flowers, right?
Full of blooming flowers.
Flower arrangement, full blooming flowers, right? Okay, this looks beautiful, right?
Yeah.
But the Japanese one is, okay, it's like, I will show you.
Yes, please. Oh, we have a beautiful look here at Zen Takai's dojo.
So, for example, this is one of the flower ceremony like this. Flower arrangement, right? Very simple, right?
What does kurawa mean for the audience?
It's like a flower.
A flower.
Flower.
Okay.
Sorry, sometimes my English is yes, it's not correct.
I thought it was Japanese term. No worries. Okay, flower ceremony. Okay.
Yeah, flower.
Yeah.
Flower arrangement.
Yeah.
Arrangement, right? So, okay. And Western side is full blooming flowers, right?
Flowers.
Like an English garden is a very, very full blooming rose or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but the Japanese flowers arrangement is very simple and minimum. Sometimes it's like this, okay?
Yes.
This is also like an arrangement, okay? It's very just two leaves,
Yeah.
right? Okay? But
Maybe just one second for those who are listening, because not everybody is going to see it. So what you're showing here is you have a little vase, and it looks like it's a tiny piece of bamboo with like just two leaves coming out, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Right. So just two leaves. Okay. So and that's why. Okay. And this one is that it's a very simple and minimum. Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And usually people is that okay and describe the flowers. Okay, flowers. Okay. But this one is that okay, cut the leaves and cut the flowers. Right.
Yeah.
And describe the empty space. Okay, this is very minimum. Okay,
Mhm.
but this is also beautiful. Okay,
Mhm.
we are concentrate empty space, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's why, and this is one of the samurai eyesight, traditional Japanese eyesight. Okay, martial art is also okay. Don't focus just outside of the muscle. Okay,
Mhm.
first of all, how to control the energy. Energy, we cannot see the energy. Okay, but controlling the energy and connecting with your movement. Okay,
Mm.
yes, this is one of the typical Japanese traditional concept.
Ah, yeah, that's so interesting. I mean, this concept of emptiness, I've heard it in Buddhism. I've heard it in the Indian tradition. It's very present in the East, but not so much in the West. In the West, people do not understand what emptiness means. Could you maybe elaborate a little more from a philosophical point of view? What does emptiness mean to you, and what is the application? Why is it important actually to think about it or to cultivate looking at it?
Mm. So, and for example, this is from the samurai eyesight, okay? And anyway, samurai have a 1,000 years history, okay? And also many kind of family, many kind of a style, okay?
Uh-huh.
And this story is that okay, is just from my eyesight, from my family, okay?
For your
So
family.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
sometimes each family is different way of thinking, okay?
Yes.
And samurai philosophy is that okay, made from the fifth element. Fifth
Mhm.
element. Okay, we are learning about the fifth element from the nature element. First element is a ground element. Okay,
Ground.
ground element is that okay, we are learning about the fundamental. Okay,
Mhm.
how to stand, how to connecting with the ground, how to breathing, how to grip the sword. It's a fundamental. It's a ground
Mhm.
element. Second element is that the water element. Okay,
Mhm.
water is that okay, water have a many kind of a phase. Okay, sometimes flowing water, sometimes like a silent water, sometimes
Yes.
boiled water, sometimes like a ice. Okay,
Mhm. Mhm.
they have a many kind of a phase, right? And usually and people swinging a sword at the same time people try to control their muscle. Okay, but our body is okay around 70% made from the water.
From water, yeah.
Okay? So that's why, and how can I say, when you're swinging a sword and control our body at the same time, we have to making an image with the water. Okay? That's why we can move very smoothly. Okay? And we can make a many kind of a movement. Okay?
Mhm.
Yes, flexibility. Okay? Water have a flexibility.
Flexible.
Flexibility equal possibility. Right?
Oh,
So
beautiful.
that's
Uh-huh.
why if you feel some strain or problem or something, you have to become a water. Okay, that's why
Mhm.
you can try to find the next possibility. Okay,
Mm.
yes,
Yeah.
well, our body have a water. Water have a many kind of phase, right?
Right.
It's a
Right.
water element. It's a second training. Okay, third training is that okay, it's a fire element. Fire.
Fine.
It's
Mhm.
a burning fire. Fire is that okay, described about a very strong emotion because fire is that okay, it's like a burning strong emotion like a burning fire, right?
Mhm.
It's a angry feeling or against feeling, the burning, right? Fire is that okay, looks like a very hot and strong and emotional element, okay? But everything have an opposite side, like yin and yang, right?
Yeah.
Fire is looks like a very hot and emotional element, but opposite side, fire is very cool and clever. Because, okay,
Clever.
reason is that, okay, cool and clever.
Ah, clever. Mhm.
Clever. Okay?
Mhm.
Because if catch the fire here in this moment, okay, maybe burning from the paper, paper or something, and next to wire, and next to the wood, and finally iron or something start melting. Fire is that okay, always along the order very correctly. Okay, opposite it's impossible. Okay, please making an image if catch the fire here, and first iron melting, after that paper burning, it's impossible.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
fire is always along the order very correctly. Okay,
Mm.
that's why if you feel some strong emotion, don't focus your emotion. Okay, you have to concentrate your order, Now you have to do number 1, you have to do number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. That's why you can control the emotion.
This is that way you guide the fire, huh?
Yes. Fire is always along the order. Okay. That's why if you feel some strong emotion, you have to along the order. Okay. Yes. This is we are learning about from the fire element, how to control your emotion. Okay. Yeah, this is a fire, right? And the fourth element is that it's a wind. Wind. The wind.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wind is that okay. And for example, about the water. Water is that okay, we can touch the water and we can see the water. Right?
Yes.
But wind is that okay, we cannot see the wind. We cannot touch the wind. Right?
Correct. Yeah.
Just feel. Okay? That's why wind element is that okay, one of the blind technique. Making a blind and catch the feeling. Okay?
Blind.
Specialty in modern generation, and we are getting information from the eyesight around 90%.
Yes.
Okay, and yes, it's too much information. iPhone and computer or something, too much information from
always
the eyesight.
through the eyes. Yes.
Yes, through the eyes. Sometimes it's making off balance. Too much information from the eyesight. Okay, but we have a many kind of a sense. Listen carefully and smell and taste and skin. We have a many kind of a sense. That's why window element is that okay, making a blind. Okay, making a blind and catch the feeling. Sometimes we go to the mountainside and make a blind meditation. Suddenly, master attack from the behind. Okay, if you feel something, you just broke.
Oh.
Yeah, this is one of the.
So you have an eye blind, you cannot see, and then you stand, and the master attacks you, and when you feel, you have to move or you block.
Yes, just broke, right? This is one of the intuition training. How to develop their sixth sense. Okay,
sixth sense.
Sixth sense. Okay, so this is a wind. Okay, and last one. Okay, last one is that okay, answer of the question, right? Last one, fifth element of last one is that okay, it's a sky element. Okay, sky element is that okay. Sky meaning is that okay from the Japanese people is that okay, and it's the same meaning with the emptiness. It's nothing. It's just void. Okay, this meaning is that okay, and samurai ninja training is that okay. We have no Bible. We have no Bible.
Yeah.
We have no answer. Right? And we have a just training process, groundwater, fire, wind. Okay? And this meaning is that, okay, we are different person. Okay? Different body, different history, and different philosophy. We are different. Okay? That's why we have to keep in a training, groundwater, fire, wind. Okay? Last moment, you have to catch your answer inside your mind. That's why last element is that okay, emptiness. It's a sky element. Okay, nobody know your answer. Okay, you have to catch your answer inside your mind. That's why this one is that okay. It's like a master don't know about your answer, right? You have to catch your answer inside your mind.
True.
Okay? So that's why we are different. Okay, but we are connecting. It's like a diversity.
Yes.
This is the concept from the samurai eyesight. The concept of the emptiness.
Wow. Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much for this explanation with the elements. That is so interesting. I mean, there's a lot of things that come to my mind, obviously. When you speak about water, the first thing is obviously Bruce Lee with his saying, be water, my friend. And the fiery emotions is also very interesting that you mentioned that it's not first the molten metal that starts to burn the paper, but it's always the other way around. So fire, then the paper, and then so there's order. So this is very interesting. I believe this is also like something that people can right away adapt to their life. So when there is a fiery, intense emotion, you just look for, okay, what's the order of things that need to be done now? Even though this is the most difficult thing, right? Because when we're in the fire of emotion, then all the order goes and it's just chaos. So the samurai way is also to bring like order into the chaos of the heated battle or emotion, so to speak, I assume. And then lastly, what you said, the wind element, that the master cannot know the answer for you. This is brilliant, because this is pretty much also what this entire coaching process is about, that I have a lot with my clients. So I can only ask questions. I cannot give answers to somebody. Everybody need to find their own answers from inside. So that's interesting, is the wind element. Yeah, wow, there is so much richness. I mean, we just started to speak about 2 leaves on the bamboo plant. and we came into the elements now. So there's so much richness. I figured what would be super interesting to me, actually, I could ask you questions for hours, I guess. But I mean, I saw you perform this dance with a mask on, and then I saw you perform with a sword. I saw you perform with like sticks, like rattan sticks. And I also know that you mentioned it briefly, you mentioned tea ceremony and calligraphy. And I shared that with you when we were texting, that I found this old quote from Miyamoto Musashi, who said, if you start to know the broad way, if you know it broadly, then you will see it in all things. And I felt like, oh, this is interesting. Zen does so many different things. How are they connected? I mean, why is a samurai who swings a sword practicing calligraphy or tea ceremony? So what is the common denominator here? Why is that important to you?
Yeah, it's a very deep relationship with the samurai history, right?
Huh.
Samurai history is around 1,000 years history, right? And the point, most important or interesting point is that usual martial arts, I respect usual martial arts and other martial arts, but I want to teach about the difference. Usual martial arts is history is for example, there's a king, the top of the society, the king, and there's a bodyguard making a martial arts, right?
Yeah.
But all over the world, there are many kind of martial arts, but just one samurai people. Samurai people was the top of the society at the same time, and they were soldiers, warriors, right? That's why they are making many kind of education style, include the fighting technique, include the philosophy or many kind of educational style, because they're making a society, right? So that's why samurai technique have many kind of ways, and education and calligraphy and music. That's why basically from that ancient time, samurai people have to learn about 18 techniques, 18 techniques. For example, dance, music, poem, calligraphy, and tea ceremony, and 18 techniques. Because if you understand about one thing, you are connecting with the other thing.
Oh, yes.
So that's why samurai technique is based on the martial arts. But they are using a political understanding, or sometimes education and kids education, and making a rule of the society or something. Everything's connected. It's a feature of the samurai technique.
Wow. Yeah, I find that extremely inspiring, because I believe if we look at modern society in the West, if we think about warriors, we think about soldiers, they go to war, that's what they do. They're not involved in politics, they don't make music, they don't serve tea. So it's a very different outlook. And when you learn one thing, you can connect to all the things, and you find the same principles in all the things, and see the same principles of mastery and direction and calming the mind. I find that extremely powerful. And also it gives the idea of being a warrior such a broader perspective. It's not just about fighting. It can also be about music and tea. And it reminds me, in fact, about like when I first started my martial arts journey. I started with Chinese martial arts, in fact, and I learned that in the term, the Gong Fu, people think it's just screaming and kicking and jumping and fighting, but actually it just means mastering one thing. And it can be in cooking, it can be in writing, in tea, in whatever, even folding paper, it can be Gong Fu. Even the tea ceremony in Chinese is called Gong Fu Cha. Cha is the tea, Gong Fu Cha. So it just means you master the element of tea here. And I see there's this similarity here in the samurai culture, that you have, you see mastery in one point, in one thing, and you make it move over into the other fields as well. This is extremely interesting.
Yes, it's a very interesting thing. And also we are learning about many kind of art. And
Yes.
poem and calligraphy and dancing and music is also. And
Yes.
art is it's good for the making a balance.
Balance.
Yeah, this is one of the example story, right? We have to learning about a poem, writing a poem, right? And this is one of the stories, and samurai armor. Samurai armor, there's a helmet and there's a armor, right?
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
Inside of the helmet is okay. There is a small brush and ink and paper.
Oh,
Right?
really? Ah,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
And sometimes, okay, before a fight, okay, I have to describe my name and my family and my boss is blah blah blah. And okay, opponent is also okay, and they have to describe my name is blah blah blah, my boss is blah blah, my family blah blah blah. Okay. Sometimes is that okay. At the same time, okay, and pick up the brush and the paper and the ink and making a poem. Okay. For example, I will write the upper poem. Okay. Today is okay, the very sunny day. Okay, and pass to the opponent. And the opponent making a lower poem. Okay, and for example, today is a very good day for the fighting or something, right? And
Yeah.
they're making a collaborate
Uh-huh.
poem. Okay, collaborate. And fighting each other.
Wow.
And
Wow.
fighting each other. And for example, we are fighting, right? And
Yeah.
I lose and you won. Okay. After that, okay, you pick up the this poem and you have to bring to the this poem to my family.
Wow.
Okay. So
Okay.
that's why, and for my family is that okay, this fighting is that okay, it's very fair, and it looks like a very beautiful memory. That's why my family is that okay, no revenge you.
Yeah.
This is how to avoid the revenge and through the art.
Ah, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is one of the psychological techniques.
So you prevent revenge through art, basically, in a sense. So the fight is just contained between the two opponents. You exchange art, and then the winner brings it to the family of the person who lost the fight, basically.
Yes, correct.
Wow.
So,
That is, I think it's very hard for the modern mind to grasp how people could think in such a way, and how people could be also so detached from the concept of dying. I mean, that's also one huge thing of warrior culture, and especially in the samurai culture, I see it a lot. Also, probably through the intermingling with Zen Buddhism and all these philosophies and ideas, that even the concept of honor used to be so great, I believe, in ancient Japan. And maybe you can speak about that also a little bit, that when somebody lost a fight, sometimes they even killed themselves to preserve the honor. So people nowadays are extremely afraid of dying. Obviously, everyone is afraid of dying, but in samurai culture, it really seems as if the warriors really transcended their fear of dying. Would you say so? And how do you achieve such a thing? How do you transcend the fear of dying?
yeah, this is okay. It's very important concept for the samurai people. Okay, one of the famous samurai book is okay. It is said okay. Every morning we have to think about your death. Okay, always concentrate about your death. That's why automatically you can concentrate your life automatically.
Yeah.
Okay? That's why, okay, it's always think about the opposite side. It's very important point. Okay. Okay. And now is that okay, I'm talking in the my dojo, right? And this is my dojo at the same time my house. Okay. And can you see the pot? Okay. Just one moment, I will show you. Okay.
Yeah. Just for the listeners here, so Zen is in his dojo, and there are different writings and there are swords in the background. Now he's bringing a beautiful pot.
So this is my pot. Okay. Here is a dojo. At the same time, here is my living room, right?
Uh-huh.
And I put on the pot like this. Okay, this is just empty pot, right?
Empty pot.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one is okay. I always watching every morning and every time that I watching this one. Okay, this one is okay. This is my ash pot.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah, that's why when I after die, okay, and I burning, and after that making ash, I became ash, and ash is that go inside it,
And so,
right, and go under the ground.
and that's what you watch every day. You watch the pot where your own body's ashes will go into once you die.
Yes, that's why I already prepared that to the death. So,
Wow.
so that's why, and automatically I can concentrate in this moment. Okay, this is the meaning of the concept of the death. Death is that it's not bad meaning for the samurai people. Okay, concentrate death. That's why automatically you can concentrate your life. Okay? So and also, and samurai people is okay, and we have to change the name 3 times in my life. Change the
Okay.
name,
Uh-huh.
right? Yeah, it's a connecting with a death, okay, concept of a death, okay. First name is okay, it's a birth name. It's like a
Birth
driver's license and a passport or something, is a birth name, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Second name is okay, it's a soldier's name. You
Soldier's
became a
name, yeah.
soldier at the same time you became a soldier, like a samurai name, right? And the third name is okay, it's a afterlife name. Okay, that's why. And my name is Zen. Zen is okay. My afterlife name. Its meaning is okay. I already die. Okay,
Right.
so I already prepared go to the afterlife. Okay,
Okay.
that's why my name is. I changed it 3 times. Okay, yes, its meaning is okay. Always prepared to die, right?
Wow. Wow.
So,
Yeah.
and also just one more thing. Okay, and I performed in Berlin and with a mask, right?
Performed in Berlin with a mask. Yeah.
With a mask, right?
Yeah.
And or with a fan dance, right? A
Yeah.
mask with a fan dance, right?
Yeah.
The dance is okay, important training for the samurai people, okay? Because the mask is okay, described about the afterlife person, okay? So the mask is the afterlife person, okay? And put on the mask and doing a dance and describe the afterlife person. It's like a shamanism. It's a connecting with the afterlife, okay?
Oh.
That's why I'm doing a mask performance and the mask dancing training with that, okay? It's connecting the afterlife, okay? Okay, that's why in the fighting field, okay, or something is that, okay? We already know about what is the afterlife. That's why we can avoid the scary feeling.
Right.
Okay? So
Right.
this is one of the concept of the death for the samurai people.
Wow, that is so powerful, and it resonates with me on so many levels. Firstly, I recall the words of the Buddha, who said, "If you want to learn how to live right, contemplate your own death." I myself, I am partly of Tibetan heritage, so in Tibet there is also a huge focus on contemplating death in Tantric Buddhism. Yeah, you contemplate it every day so you do not forget, and if you don't forget, you cannot slip into all, let's call it, bullshit activities, because you really value life in the present moment so much. And I can see that here in your culture, like, so precisely, so powerful. I mean, this idea of watching the pot every day, or looking at the pot where your own ashes will go into as a reminder of your own mortality. Ooh, that is quite tough for the ordinary person, I would say. But yeah, it is the warrior spirit to know and to never forget that you're going to die, so you can live fully now and live with virtue, right? Instead of living wrongly. And then secondly, for me this year, this entire topic of death is very present as well, because when I was in Mexico, in fact, I was involved in a traffic accident where a friend of mine sadly lost her life. So, and in that moment when death really is imminent, I found it, apart obviously from all the emotional upheaval that you go through in such a moment, I found it a profound, spiritual, powerful moment also, because I felt like death was the greatest teacher that I've ever had, because the questions that are inside death, when contemplating death, everything that matters is in there. Because when facing death, there is no space for anything that is not of utter importance to you, I would say. So yeah, that resonates very strongly with me, and I find it very impressive that you practice this as a method of your ancient traditional family ways to contemplate this so strongly every day. Wow. Is that something that was passed down from your father and from your grandfather, so it's like in the lineage and you are being taught this even in your family?
Yes, this is also on one of the family tradition. Yeah, we are learning from my family. Right.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, that's why, how can I say? Yeah, concept of this is a very important point. Okay, because if you understand about the yang side, we have to first of all we have to understand about the inside. Okay. Yes. That's why everything about circulation, like a yin and yang. Okay. If we want to making a balance, first you have to know clearly understand the off balance. Okay, if you
You
clearly
have to
understand the
understand the
off
whole
balance, you
balance.
can understand.
Uh-huh.
So
Ah.
it's like a
Mm-hmm.
calculation. Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
the same thing with death and life. Okay, and but specialty in modern generation, people try to get a more like just like a young side, like a SNS, everything that just positive and blah 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 blah. Okay, but try to get just like a young side, but it's making off balance. Okay,
Off balance, yeah.
everything about
Mhm.
yin and yang, and lower feeling and the upper feeling and the left and the right. Okay, up to down.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, if you understand about something, okay, you have to concentrate the opposite side. Yeah, this is the concept of this. Right.
Yeah. This is so powerful for people to understand because I believe, especially in our society in the West, we have completely lost our connection with the concept of dying. So when people are sick, when people are dying, they're being put into places in the hospitals where nobody can see them. It's not part of culture. We have no means and no tradition how to deal with death. That's why everyone is so devastated when it happens, even though the only thing we know for sure in life is that we are going to die, and so is everybody we love. That, by the way, is also what brought the Buddha outside of his temple, outside of his kingdom life, right? Because he was a prince, but he wanted to look for ways to find liberation. When he saw that his family, his wife, his children, everybody's going to die, he was utterly dissatisfied and wanted to find a solution. So when I talk about death with people, I usually notice something very interesting. Namely, there is a switch in emotional energy. Usually when you talk to people about death and they haven't contemplated that on a deeper level, then they become sad or frightened. When I look at you, Zen-san, you're not sad, you're not frightened, you contemplate your death every day. How can you stay lighthearted and happy and powerful and live a good life while contemplating death, or maybe even because of it?
Yeah. For example, and do you know the Japanese concept ikigai?
Ikigai. I've heard
Yeah.
about it, but please describe. Yes.
Yeah. Ikigai is so many meaning. Okay, this is from my eyesight or also samurai eyesight, right?
Mm.
And ikigai is okay, meaning of the life. Okay, meaning of the life. And the specialty in modern generation is that people try to get the meaning of the life more like a more go positive. Okay, get a man. This is just an example. Okay, get a money and get a big house and get a good car or something. Okay,
Yeah.
so more getting happiness or something. Blah 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 blah. Okay. But from the traditional Japanese people, ikigai meaning is that okay. And everything have an opposite side, everything have balance, everything have flow. Okay, that's why you have to focus about the in front of you. This is the most important point. Okay, in front of you. Okay, and that's why in the daily life is also you have to try to something. Okay, you have to try to something and the meaning of the life in front of you. Okay, this is most important point. Try to get the money, try to get a good car, try to get a more happiness. It's like a future. It's a little long distance from your position. Okay, concentrate in front of you. Okay, it's like
Right.
similar like this. Okay, in front of you. Okay,
Right here.
so that's why, for example, in this moment for me is that okay, and describe that I'm talking with you, and I'm talking about the samurai tradition. Okay, this is very happiness for me.
Ah.
Okay, always we have to try to find something in front of you. Okay, that's why always like we are little by little stepping stone and not stepping stone, and we are stepping go up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why we can always prepare the fight anytime. Okay, if you try to get the money on the big money for something, okay, and okay, you have to try to running more. Okay, it's sometimes it's making off balance. Okay, we are on just process. Okay, but if you suddenly died, okay, we can understand very clearly. Okay, so that's why don't try to get us something and too much. Okay, focus on in front of you. Okay, if you die in this moment, okay, you never, how can I say, and regret. Okay,
Sorry,
focus
what was
in
that?
front of you. Yeah,
When you die now, what was that you were saying?
regret.
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 Okay, regret.
Regret.
Okay,
Yes.
so you mean people are always constantly occupied about the future regarding money or family, relationship, love, whatever, health, always looking into the future. And what you're saying is focus on right here, right now, on something that is right in front of you, and then you will find the real happiness, and you will not regret once you die.
Right.
Right?
Correct.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
that's why life is that balance is that always around 60% feeling is the best way. People
Around
try to
60% of
100,
what?
60%, 60%,
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
what?
and satisfied.
Unsatisfied.
Yeah, satisfied or unsatisfied around 60% feeling.
Okay.
So now the people want to try to get 100, sometimes
Ah.
over 150 or something. Okay.
Yeah.
But life is that everything about balance. That's why always like a 60% feeling is that best way. Okay. Always control 60%. Don't try to get too much. Okay. That's why, and this is that from the samurai eyesight. If you understand about this feeling, please try to swinging a sword. Swinging a sword and using a 100 energy, of course you can swing a sword very quickly, very strongly. But after that, you can making a off balance.
Off
Right?
balance. Mhm.
Off balance. But keeping a 60% feeling swinging a sword, you can control a sword very correctly and you can keeping a balance. Always keep these feelings very important point. Don't
Right.
use a 100%. Always 6%. It's a balance.
Oh, wow. When I was preparing for this conversation with you, I thought, okay, one obvious question is always to ask a person like you, who is such a strong keeper of the ancient traditional knowledge, what the application for modern days people is, right? Like, what is the core value of preserving these traditions, and why should people nowadays in 2023 apply these things? And maybe you have some more thoughts around this, but I think there's already so much here. We spoke about death, we spoke about the importance of the present moment and finding happiness in the present moment. You spoke about the concept of balance, that you should not lose your balance, but that you view the opposite to understand what is right here, right now. So the yin-yang concept. You spoke about the importance of breath. Wow, there's already so much. But maybe in your own words, what would you say? People are always chasing the future. They are unhappy. They feel not good enough. They are suffering. Whatever. What is the power of your tradition of the samurai arts? What would you say people should practice in such a sense? If people are stressed out, or cannot be happy, what do you think is a cure for them that comes from your tradition?
Yeah. If you want to understand about the philosophy or samurai wisdom, important point is that through the body, experience is that very clearly understand about the wisdom and philosophy, right? And don't using just brain. This is an important process. That's why samurai technique is that it's a swinging a sword at the same time, step by step, to understand the philosophy, right? For example, 60% feeling is that swinging a sword. For example, samurai have many kind of techniques. And sometimes like a diagonally cutting or something. And when you're doing a diagonally cutting is first of all, and you cannot control the sword very correctly, right? Because this is a new technique, right? But keeping a training and many times, and suddenly you can get a very correct feeling. Oh, this feeling is a very correct feeling. I can control a sword very correctly and swinging faster and faster. You feel satisfied, right?
Yeah.
If you feel satisfied, you have to stop the training. Usually in the period satisfied or concentrate, we are more continue the swinging a sword more and more. But in this moment, if you feel satisfied over the 60%, you put on the sword and make a long distance with the sword and go to the sleep. And the next morning, once again, gently gripping a sword and swinging a sword. Don't try to get over the 60%, and 80% and 90%. Always make a long distance with a sword, right? Yeah, always 60%. That's why we are going up with like a step one by one. This is a life. So seems like this, and we clearly understand about the philosophy and through the training. Yeah, that's why you can swing your sword more correctly and more faster. Okay, if you try to get a 100% training, okay, after that, okay, next day is too much getting tired and stop that training sometimes, right? Like up to that, okay, not up to that, just little by little go up. Okay, yeah, this feeling is that okay, physical training, right?
Right.
But this feeling is that okay, include the philosophy, right? That's why, and if you understand the philosophy and keeping a training, is this correct answer for you? I clearly understand your question.
I believe it's part of it, obviously. So I think it's a very interesting concept to practice and then stop once you reach a level of satisfaction and then leave it there. Because I believe in modern society, what the modern human does, you feel satisfied and then you want more of it. And then we become addicted and then we chase it all the time. And that actually makes it every time harder to achieve again and again and again. So just putting the sword down once you feel satisfaction and then going to sleep and rest and then coming back and continuing the practice, that in itself sounds extremely, wow, I haven't heard that before. So that sounds very interesting. So the question was basically for the modern mind who is stressed out, who is unhappy, what is the value of following the samurai's way of what would you tell people to do, to practice when they are stressed out, when they cannot sleep well, when they are anxious, and when they cannot be happy? Because so many people are not happy, even though they have all the money. Interesting, they have the money, they have the car, they have the house, not happy. So, what would you say? How can people learn from the samurai's way here?
Okay, it's one of the technique is that okay. First of all, you have to feel the death. Death meaning is that okay, let it go. Okay?
Letting go.
Don't grip anything. Okay, don't try to get anything. Just open the hand. Okay, one of the stories is that okay, if you want to try to get something, okay, of course you can get something. Okay,
You can grab it.
but you let it go. Open the hand at the same time. Okay, you grip nothing. At the same time, you are gripping everything. Right. So this feeling is very important point. Okay, if we want to get this feeling, okay, then for the modern generation people is that okay, everything about yin and yang, death and life, okay, specialty, okay, and people concentrate inhale, and inhale meaning is using a power, right, using a muscle, and try to get something.
Yes.
Exhale described about the death, okay, because people die at the same time. Exhale, right,
Let go.
and release the energy, and everything let it go, okay. Exhale at the same time, your body is okay, making a relax and let it go. Okay, please focus about this feeling, right? And usually in the modern generation, people doing a sports or something, sports gym is everything is okay. Try to focus using a muscle, okay, using a power, okay.
Yes.
But at the same time, we have to understand about how to release the energy.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the most one of the important concepts. If you understand about how to release energy, just let it go. That's why you clearly understand how to get it something. Yeah, this is an important concept. That's why if you feel some strain or something, okay, please try to focus more breathing. And breathing is okay. It's like a one life. Inhale and exhale, live and death, right? And focus about that death. That's why physical training is okay. Inhale from those 3 seconds. It is feeling life. Exhale from the mouth, 10 seconds. At the same time, your chest melting, shoulder melting, and organs melting. Just let it go. And connecting the gravity. It's very, very comfortable feeling. Okay? Inside the body and your shoulder, and a very, very comfortable feeling with the exhale, right?
Yeah.
It's like this. Just let it go. Okay? If you feel comfortable feeling with the body, okay? At the same time, you have a very strained mind. It's very difficult.
You have a very what mind?
Yeah. If you feel your body is a very, very comfortable feeling. You feel very comfortable feeling. At the same time, your mind is it's a very strained. It's very difficult. Right?
After mind is strained. Yeah.
Yeah. Mind and your body is okay. It's not separate. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. That's why if you make a good relationship with the body, okay, automatically you can make a good relationship with the mind. Okay? If you want to make a good relationship with the body, focus about the exhale and just release and release. Okay.
Right.
Usually in modern generation, people try to make a relationship with the body, try to make a muscle and too much and too much.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why sometimes it's like a broken or something too
Become
much.
very tense or injured. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's why exhale at the same time. Please concentrate, just release the power, and just try to comfortable. Just try to make a good relationship with the body. That's why you can release your stress, release your mind. Okay? This is an important technique. Understand, control your mind using from the physical training. Exhale, release your energy.
And that is so interesting because thank you for sharing that, for bringing that up, because actually I was going to ask you about breathing techniques, because I myself, I would say I'm a little bit of a breathing nerd. I love to try out all different types of breathing techniques from so many different traditions. And I found that in the martial arts, I think they have the most interesting concepts of breathing. And you just explained that one of the main things here is if we have trouble in the mind, we need to make a good relationship with the body, because mind and body are one, so they cannot be separated. So if one is suffering, the other will suffer as well, correct? And so one way to relax the mind is also relaxing the body, and that can go through the breath. You mentioned Iki earlier, and now you just mentioned, so 3 seconds in through the nose, and then you exhaled for 10 seconds out of the mouth, right? Or did you put a retention, a breath hold in between, or just in, out, or you hold the breath for a little moment?
Okay. It's a depend on the situation, but basically it's a 3 seconds inhale from the nose, and 2 seconds hold it, and 10 seconds exhale from the mouth. So that's why one breathing is okay, 50 seconds, 15 seconds.
15,
Okay?
5. Yeah.
That's a 4 breathing, the 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 3 in, hold 2,
And exhale
5.
10 seconds.
And
So, right. Important point, exhale longer and longer. More than
yes.
okay? It's like a balance of the death and life. Okay? Inhale is described as life. Exhale death. Feeling of death and let it go and let it go.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we train letting go. We keep the mind focused on the concept, not on the concept, but on the reality, the inevitability of death, basically, to understand the preciousness of our life and of the given present moment. We focus on what is right here in front of us to maintain our happiness, because we lose our happiness by focusing our mind constantly on stuff in the future or in the past. So in the present, we find the happiness. We maintain balance, and we train it through swinging the sword, for example. We progress in steps. We give ourselves a break whenever we feel satisfaction, so we do not overpace. And we also contemplate death, or train dying and letting go with every exhalation, while we train relaxing the body and thereby also relaxing the mind, right? Is that... That's how I just try to sum up a little bit of all the wisdom nuggets here that you gave us and that you shared with us. Yeah, wow, that is powerful. There's indeed a lot of things from this ancient tradition that is very valid today. Amazing. If we have a little more time, I'd like to ask you something about a specific point in the body. Because I heard you talk about it also a little bit in one video that I found on YouTube when you spoke about breathing, that you breathe into the Chinese call it dantian. I'm not entirely sure how it's called in Japanese, but maybe
Tanden.
tanden.
Right.
Tanden, right. So perhaps you could explain that one more time, how you breathe into that area, because I find it super interesting to combine it with the idea of guiding breath and energy. And then also maybe elaborate a little bit on the concept of hara, what hara actually is and what the importance is for martial arts, but also for everyday people, because I've heard it so many times in martial literature, but normal people usually don't know what hara is. So maybe these two, danten and hara, would be super interesting also to learn from you.
Okay. It's from the samurai eyesight is that there are chakra. Okay,
Chakra, energy.
Chakra is that 3 chakra inside the body. Okay? 3 chakra. Usually, maybe yoga or something that's 7 chakra or something. Right? Yeah, I don't know well, but anyway, and samurai is that 3 chakra inside the body. Okay, First one is that, okay, it's a third eye. Here,
Third eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
third eye, right?
Ah.
Third eye, this chakra is that, okay, get an inspiration and using a brain, right?
Mhm.
In modern generation, people too much using a third eye, okay? Too much, meaning
Yeah.
too much, sometimes too much get the
Only-
information, too much
Only
using a brain.
thinking. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, that's why sometimes it's making off balance. Too much energy goes to up, right?
Right.
Yeah. Samurai technique is that, okay, don't use a third eye too much.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Just connecting with the enemy. Okay, that's it. Okay, don't think too much. Okay, this is the important point. Don't use a third eye too much, right? And the second chakra is that, okay, it's a chest position. Okay? Chest position described about the emotion. Because if you feel some strong emotion, your chest will react.
Yeah.
Right?
True. Mhm.
And usually, and the people is that, okay, and attacking at the same time moving from the chest position or like a boxing style. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like boxing style, and boxing style moving from the chest position, right?
Right.
And the chest position, that's why boxing feeling is, okay, very emotional feeling, right? And emotional attacking, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, I love it, okay? But samurai techniques are different, okay? Don't use that chest energy, right? And the chest is, okay, always keep empty mind is very important point, okay? We are always using a tanden energy. Tanden is that, okay, under the three finger from the belly button.
3 fingers under the belly button.
Under the belly button, okay? It's called a tanden, okay? Sometimes in Chinese it's a tanqian, okay?
Yeah.
It's the same position, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Tanden is, okay, sometimes it is called hara. Hara is that, okay, in Japanese is the stomach. Stomach, right? And because, okay, third eye here, third eye is that, okay, inside of the brain, okay? Brain is that, okay, sometimes make an illusion, right? Too much using a brain sometimes make an illusion, right?
Yeah.
Chest energy, okay, second chakra, chest position is, okay? Chest position is, okay, inside the, here is the inside, there's a heart. Heart is a very deep relationship with the emotion. Emotion is, okay, sometimes up to down, right? That's why don't trust your brain too much.
Yeah.
Don't trust the emotional too much, right?
Yeah.
Please concentrate on tanden, because tanden position is that, okay, under the three finger from the belly button. This position is that, okay, almost there is a nothing, just organs. Okay,
Yes.
that's why from the samurai eyesight is that, okay, this position is that, okay, described about the emptiness. Okay, because under the three finger this is tanden. Okay, but upper the belly button position is a stomach. Okay, and the stomach is that, okay, there is a, like a muscle. It's like a six pack. Okay, so there is a big muscle, right? Okay, and we can control the muscle, right? And arm is also, okay, and legs is also. Sometimes brains we can control, right? But okay, under the three finger from the belly button, tanden is, okay, is that, okay? We cannot control the tanden, right? Because here is almost there's a nothing, okay? Just organs inside, right? That's why we have to concentrate the tanden, because, okay, our body is that, okay, it's one of the nature, okay? We are our body of the one of the nature, okay? That's why if we concentrate the tanden position, automatically our body making a balance, right? So that's why we are concentrate the tanden. And also, if we concentrate the tanden, inside the tanden there's a nothing. That's why you can make a long distance from the emotion, long distance from the brain, and you can get an objective eye. Okay. So, and the interesting thing is that, okay, always concentrate the tanden and swinging a sword, keeping a physical training, okay? And suddenly, for example, like many kind of accident, okay? Suddenly the slipping or something, okay? Slipping or something, right?
Slipping, tripping, falling over.
Something, okay? And if you concentrate the tanden, automatically my body is try to make a balance.
Okay.
Unconsciously.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why step by step I clearly understand. Oh, my body is, okay, one of the nature. Nature have a perfect balance. If you concentrate on the muscle feeling and control just arm and control the brain or control the many kind of muscle or something, okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's making off balance. It's not correct balance. Sometimes it looks beautiful balance, but it's not. Sometimes it's not real.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But okay, rely on the tanden. Okay, rely on just my body. Just let it go. No ego. Just concentrate the tanden. That's why you can feel the very correct balance. You can feel that our body is one of the nature. Okay, that's why concept of the tan is very important for the samurai people.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for this explanation. Wow, that is so much. I believe there's so much to learn in the samurai's way. Probably it takes a lifetime. I'm actually also curious to learn how you were introduced to this. If we have some time, but you can also give me a sign. I know you also have to teach class today, so just please give me a sign whenever you need to move. Huh? But yeah, it would be super interesting, and I think also for the audience to understand how you came to learn about all these things, because you mentioned your father already introduced you to this and you have this long family lineage, and that is something that is extremely rare to find, especially in the West, where we have forgotten so many things. And also Japan went through such a dramatic change when the Americans came and all these things in modern day. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about your own story of how you became the samurai and what your family tradition is here in the samurai ninja field.
Yeah, samurai education is a little bit different usual sports martial arts, right? And especially I was born in the samurai family. And my first memory is that around 3 years old or something, and I saw the real sword in my father's room.
Wow.
And I felt a very scary feeling. At the same time, I felt a very holy feeling.
Yeah.
This is my first memory in my life. Right?
Wow.
And also, samurai education, traditional teaching is that, it's not like a face-to-face, okay? And I have to learn from my master's back, okay?
The master's
Watching the
back.
master's back, okay? I'm watching the master's back or my father's back,
Right.
learning about something from the back,
Yeah.
okay? Yeah, this is very important point. Because one of the reasons is that, this is from samurai eyesight, right? Because, for example, this is just an example, right? My grandfather generation, right? And we are learning about the blow darts technique. You know blow dart? The blow darts.
Blow darts. Yes.
Blow darts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are learning about the blow darts still now, right? And but my grandfather generation is that, most important point for the blow darts technique is that, how to make a poison. Because blow darts just one needle, there's no damage. Okay, how to make a poison is a very important point, right?
Maybe one thing in between for people who do not know what blow darts is. So you have like this little what's it? It's like a hollow stick or something through which you can blow, and you have like these little darts, and you shoot them, and they go through, and then they are poisoned, and in such a way you can you can kill someone, huh?
Yeah, this is one of the ninja's technique, right?
Ninja technique.
Yes, blow dart technique. Okay, most important point is how to make a poison, right?
Right.
That's why my grandfather generation is that, people know about it and how to make a poison. Okay, but my father's generation is that, it's already after the World War II and a very peaceful generation. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why if making a poison is that, it's illegal.
Yeah.
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 That's why my grandfather generation is that, they didn't teach about it for the father's generation, right? That's why blow darts meaning is that, in modern generation, and we are learning about the blow darts technique and training about the blow darts technique, but it's for the how to connecting with the target and how to control the breathing. That's why it's a very different perspective than my grandfather's generation and my generation. Okay, seems like this each generation is a different meaning for the samurai technique, right? Because each generation different situation, right? So because how can I say, around 450 years ago it was a civil war generation and fighting generation in Japan.
Civil war.
Fighting generation is again most important how to swinging and so how to attack to the enemy, right?
Obviously, yeah.
Right. But after the World War, after the Civil War generation, okay, it is called Edo generation. Okay, Edo generation was a very peaceful generation. That's why for the samurai people, most important point is how to avoid the fight. Okay, and how to keeping a balance. Okay,
Right.
My family style is that, my teaching style is that, Edo generation style teaching samurai teaching. Yeah, seems like this, and each generation different perspective, right? Okay. And for me, is that I'm learning from my father back. Okay, because my father is every Sunday is swinging a sword in the garden and cut the bamboo, right?
Wow. Uh-huh.
And step by step, I clearly understand how to control their body. Okay, it's not like a face to face. I always watching the my father's back and
Yeah.
step by step understand it. Okay, that's why. How can I say? And each generation and each person is okay, different perspective. Okay, but how to keep your balance? How to connecting the modern generation? How to use this technique in the daily life? This is important meaning of the samurai technique. Okay, this is how can I say? That's why. Okay, this is it's included the concept of emptiness, right? Concept of emptiness. Okay, samurai traditional educational book is that. Okay, it's very very poetic. Okay, sometimes writing like this, cutting like a wind, landing like a fire, fighting like a ground.
Yeah.
It's a very poetic, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's why and we are reading about this educational book, and we have to try to find what is a fire for you. Okay, what is a wind for you? That's why and one of the educational book is that okay, it is called Five Rings. Okay, Five Rings. Book of Five Musashi Miyamoto. Musashi Miyamoto is okay. Sometimes it's very poetic, right?
Yeah.
That's why every year I read a book and Five Rings, but every year different answer for me. That's why it's like a mirror. It's like a mirror. Okay, that's why samurai education is that. Okay, it's like a mirror. How to find something inside the mind and try to find your answer.
Right.
Okay? Yeah, this is one of the samurai education, and also it's like a meaning of my life.
Wow. That is so powerful and poetic. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Zen-san, if someone wants to learn from you, what do you teach? I mean, there you spoke about so many things here. You're in Mexico now. I think you're based in Mexico. Perhaps you can speak a little bit what you teach, where you teach, and how people can learn from you if they want to get in touch with you.
Yeah, it's now is that okay? It's I'm based in the Tulum, Mexico. Tulum, right?
In
And
Tulum,
I have a dojo here, right? And I'm teaching here. But sometimes I'm traveling all over the world. Yeah. Last week I was in the Berlin. And also I'm traveling all over the world. And also we are planning to the samurai retreat in Japan. And
Samurai what?
Samurai retreat.
What's that?
Yeah, retreat is that okay? Like a samurai camp.
Ah, a camp. Okay.
Samurai training camp in Japan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and spring is a cherry blossom season and autumn season. Yeah, and that's why there's so many. I traveling all over the world. Okay, that's why please check my Instagram. Instagram and homepage. And yes, if you want to get a lesson, please give me the DM message.
Okay, yeah, please. Maybe you can let us know again what's the name of your channels. I will also put it in the show notes, but then so people can find you. So what's your Instagram and what's your website?
Yeah, my Instagram and website is okay. Zen Takai Samurai.
Zen Takai Samurai. Very well. Beautiful. Yeah. And then in the dojo, what kind of teachings do you offer? Obviously, I saw you practice with the sword. Do you also teach like the blow darts, the dance, the tea ceremony? There's all of your offerings, huh?
Yeah, basically all over the offering. And specialty dojo is okay. We have many kind of material. And material, it's like a two, like a real ninja star, and blow darts, and tea ceremony, and calligraphy. And you can experience many kind of things in the dojo.
Wow. Okay. I need to come back to Mexico. I would love to train. See that. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that was so much. Thank you so much, Zen-san, for sharing all this with us, with me, with the audience. Is there anything else you would like people to know about you or about your art, your tradition? Then feel free to use this space also to give a message to people out there, whatever you would like to communicate.
Yeah, it's thank you very much. And I'm teaching a very traditional samurai technique and also ninja technique. And the samurai technique have many kind of wisdom and many kind of techniques. Okay, but okay, this is not my technique. Okay, it's from the ancestors. Okay, that's why I'm just became a bridge. Okay, connecting the modern generation to the ancestors, right? Yeah, that's why I'm so happy to become a bridge. Okay, and also how can I say? And samurai technique is that okay, we can use a daily life. Okay, samurai technique is not like a fighting technique. Okay, of course, in the modern generation, we are not fighting with the outside with a sword, right? Okay, through the sword, we have to learn about a very traditional wisdom and using a daily life. This is most important point. Okay, and control your mind and control your balance your life. Okay, this is my meaning of the samurai technique. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much. Domo arigatou gozaimasu,
どうも
Zansen,
ありがとうございます。
for all these beautiful teachings. Right, everyone, if you would like to learn more about Zansen's teachings, please, I will put his contacts in the show notes. Get in touch with him. I saw this man live. It's very impressive to see. I personally would love to learn more. I'm sure there will be more people who will also come to you. So I'm very grateful also that you are being this bridge and that you also agree to bring these ancient teachings out to the world, because I know usually the family styles are also something secretive. Many people keep it to themselves to protect. But I feel you do this with a lot of integrity. So thank you very much for everything that you do. And hope to see you again very soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Hope to see you soon.